The night 40-year-old Alejandro walked into the tiny seaside bar in Cancun. He only wanted silence after a bitter divorce, but one look at 20-year-old Camila changed everything. She was too young, too wild, too dangerous for a man with scars he hid behind expensive suits and tired smiles. Everyone warned him she would break him. Everyone warned her he would control her. But neither expected a love so intense it would destroy families, expose dark secrets, and force them to choose between passion and survival. Stay until the end, because the final twist will completely change everything you thought you knew about their relationship. And if you love emotional romance stories filled with forbidden love, jealousy, betrayal, obsession, and unforgettable endings, subscribe now and turn on notifications because this channel brings you the most addictive love stories on YouTube. Alejandro never believed in destiny, not after his marriage collapsed under years of betrayal and emotional emptiness. At 40, he had money, properties, respect, and a successful construction company in Mexico City, but inside he felt hollow, like a man watching his own life from a distance. His ex-wife had left him for a younger politician, taking half his fortune and most of his ability to trust people. Since then, he avoided emotional attachments, drowning himself in work, alcohol, and endless business meetings that made him feel important during the day and painfully lonely at night. That summer, exhausted and emotionally drained, he flew alone to Cancun hoping the ocean might quiet the noise inside his mind. He rented a luxury villa by the beach, but even paradise felt empty when nobody waited for you at dinner. On his third night there, unable to sleep, he wandered into a small live music bar hidden between tourist shops. The place smelled of tequila, cigarettes, and salt water. A young woman stood near the stage laughing with her friends, her long dark hair falling over a white dress that made her glow under the dim lights. Alejandro noticed her immediately, but not because she was beautiful. It was the way she laughed without fear, like someone untouched by disappointment. When their eyes met, she smiled casually, unaware that the lonely older man staring at her felt something awaken after years of emotional numbness. Her name was Camila. She was 20 years old, studying photography, working part-time at the bar, and dreaming of escaping poverty with her mother and younger brother. Unlike the rich women Alejandro usually met, Camila didn't care about his watch, his car, or his expensive clothes. In fact, when he offered to buy her a drink, she laughed and told him he looked too serious for tequila. That comment shocked him because nobody dared speak to him that way. He found himself smiling for the first time in months. They talked for hours about music, dreams, heartbreak, and fear. Camila confessed she had never traveled outside Mexico because her family barely survived each month. Alejandro admitted he feared growing old alone more than death itself. The connection between them felt instant and dangerous. Before leaving, Camila kissed his cheek and whispered that sad men were the most difficult to forget. Alejandro spent the entire night thinking about her. The next day he returned to the bar pretending it was coincidence. She was there again, and soon coincidence became routine. They walked beaches at sunrise, shared tacos from street vendors, and talked until dawn. Alejandro began feeling younger around her, while Camila felt protected in a way she had never experienced before. Yet whispers started immediately. Her friends mocked her for spending time with a man twice her age. His business partners called her a gold digger before even meeting her. Alejandro ignored everyone because for the first time in years he felt alive. One night during a storm, Camila admitted she was scared. Alejandro asked why. Tears filled her eyes as she confessed her father had abandoned their family when she was a child, leaving them buried in debt. Since then she feared depending on any man. Alejandro held her gently, promising he would never disappear from her life without explanation. Neither realized those words would later become impossible to keep. Their romance intensified quickly. Alejandro extended his vacation indefinitely, renting a yacht and taking Camila to hidden islands where they swam beneath moonlight and made love under stars. For Camila, it felt like stepping into a dream she never believed possible. For Alejandro, it felt like reclaiming the years stolen by pain. Yet deep inside, insecurity poisoned both of them. Alejandro worried Camila would eventually crave younger men, while Camila feared Alejandro only loved the fantasy of youth she represented. During a dinner party with Alejandro's wealthy friends, humiliation exploded for the first time. One woman drunkenly asked Camila whether she called Alejandro "Dad" in private. The entire table laughed except Alejandro. Camila froze, her face burning with shame. Alejandro defended her angrily and stormed out with her, but the damage remained. In the car, Camila cried uncontrollably, asking whether everyone secretly viewed her as a prostitute. Alejandro swore he loved her, yet for the first time doubt entered her heart. Weeks later, Alejandro invited Camila to Mexico City to live with him. She hesitated because leaving Cancun meant abandoning her family and entire life. Her mother warned her rich men often treated poor girls like temporary entertainment. But Camila ignored the warning because she genuinely loved him. Moving into Alejandro's luxurious mansion felt surreal. She walked through marble halls, infinity pools, and rooms bigger than her childhood apartment. Yet luxury came with isolation. Alejandro worked constantly, leaving her alone for hours while servants stared silently at the young woman who suddenly occupied the master bedroom. Camila tried fitting into his world but struggled. She spoke differently, dressed differently, laughed too loudly for his elite social circle. Alejandro began correcting small things: how she held wine glasses, how she pronounced English words, how she dressed during business dinners. He claimed he only wanted to help her adapt, but Camila slowly felt herself disappearing. One evening she overheard Alejandro's sister saying Camila would leave once she secured enough money. Furious, Camila confronted Alejandro, demanding to know whether he secretly believed the same thing. Alejandro denied it, but his hesitation lasted 1 second too long. That hesitation shattered her. She packed her bags and left the mansion in tears. Alejandro spent days trying to contact her, but Camila refused every call. She returned to Cancun determined never to become another rich man's possession. Alejandro drowned in regret, realizing he had pushed away the only woman who made him feel human again. But fate was far from finished with them. 2 months later Camila fainted during work and discovered she was pregnant. Fear consumed her instantly. She remembered Alejandro's family calling her manipulative and imagined them accusing her of trapping him with a child. For days she hid the truth from everyone. Meanwhile Alejandro spiraled into depression in Mexico City, unable to forget her. He drank heavily, stopped attending meetings, and isolated himself from friends. When Camila finally called him, her voice trembled so badly he thought someone had died. She whispered she was pregnant. Silence filled the line. Camila prepared herself for rejection, but instead Alejandro began crying. At 40, after years believing he would never have a family again, he suddenly felt hope return. He flew to Cancun immediately and begged Camila for another chance. Though terrified, she accepted because despite everything she still loved him. This time Alejandro tried changing. He became gentler, more attentive, more patient. He rented a smaller beachfront house so Camila would feel comfortable instead of trapped inside luxury. For several months happiness returned. They decorated the baby's room together, argued playfully about names, and dreamed about a future where age no longer mattered. But darkness waited quietly beneath the surface. Alejandro's ex-wife Valeria reappeared unexpectedly after learning about the pregnancy. Beautiful, manipulative, and furious that Alejandro had truly moved on, she began poisoning his mind. She claimed young women often targeted wealthy older men through pregnancy scams. At first Alejandro ignored her, but insecurity slowly returned. Then one night he discovered messages on Camila's phone from a young photographer named Diego. The messages were harmless, discussing a project, but jealousy consumed Alejandro instantly. He accused Camila of cheating and secretly doubting the baby's paternity. Camila looked at him with complete devastation. She reminded him she had abandoned her entire life for him, endured humiliation for him, carried his child, and still he questioned her loyalty. Alejandro realized immediately he had crossed a line impossible to erase. Camila left again, this time refusing all contact. Months passed. Their son Mateo was born during a violent storm. Alejandro learned about the birth through Camila's mother because Camila refused to let him near the hospital. The guilt nearly destroyed him. He stood outside in the rain holding baby clothes he never got to give his son. For the first time in his life, money could fix absolutely nothing. Determined not to lose his family forever, Alejandro began therapy and stopped drinking completely. He spent months writing letters to Camila apologizing for every insecurity and controlling behavior. She ignored most of them until one letter simply said, "I loved you so much that I became afraid of losing you. Fear turned me into the worst version of myself." Those words broke her resistance because she knew they were true. They met again when Mateo was 6 months old. Alejandro saw his son for the first time and collapsed emotionally holding him. Camila watched silently, realizing the arrogant businessman she once feared had transformed into someone vulnerable and sincere. Slowly they rebuilt trust. Alejandro moved permanently to Cancun to stay close to them, sacrificing major business opportunities in Mexico City. For a while peace returned. Yet another twist waited. During a routine medical test, Alejandro discovered he had a serious heart condition caused by years of stress and alcohol abuse. Doctors warned he might need surgery and should avoid emotional strain. Terrified of becoming a burden, Alejandro secretly prepared legal documents ensuring Camila and Mateo would inherit everything if he died. But Camila accidentally found the documents and misunderstood completely. She believed Alejandro planned leaving her again. The argument that followed became explosive. Camila screamed that older men always tried controlling life and death like business deals. Alejandro finally confessed the truth about his condition. Camila broke down crying, realizing how close she could come to losing him forever. For weeks she barely left his side. The surgery date arrived during hurricane season. As Alejandro was wheeled into the operating room, he feared he might never see Camila or Mateo again. Hours passed without updates. Camila sat alone praying desperately despite never being religious. Finally the surgeon emerged smiling. Alejandro survived. Recovery took months, but something fundamental changed afterward. Alejandro no longer cared about appearances, judgment, or social expectations. Nearly dying forced him to understand that love mattered more than pride. On Mateo's first birthday, Alejandro proposed to Camila on the same beach where they first kissed. Tourists clapped while Camila cried uncontrollably saying yes. But life still had one final devastating secret hidden beneath years of passion. Shortly before the wedding, Camila's mother confessed something shocking. The man Camila believed was her father had not actually abandoned them willingly. He had disappeared after borrowing money from dangerous criminals connected to Alejandro's former business partner. Those criminals eventually murdered him. Camila spent days investigating until she discovered horrifying evidence that Alejandro's company, years earlier, had unknowingly laundered money through those same criminals during a construction deal. Though Alejandro never directly harmed her father, his business connections had indirectly contributed to the chain of events that destroyed Camila's childhood. When she confronted Alejandro, he looked shattered. He admitted that during his ruthless younger years he often ignored corruption surrounding profitable deals. He never imagined innocent people suffered because of it. Camila felt physically sick realizing the man she loved was connected to the darkest pain of her life. Alejandro offered to cancel the wedding and disappear forever if that would help her heal. Instead, Camila asked him one question: "Are you still that man?" Alejandro answered no without hesitation. Days later he reported former associates involved in criminal activity to authorities, risking his fortune and reputation. The scandal exploded publicly. News outlets portrayed him as a corrupt businessman dating a woman half his age. Investors abandoned him. Friends disappeared. Yet for the first time Alejandro accepted consequences instead of hiding behind wealth. Camila watched him lose nearly everything without running away. That changed her completely. She finally understood love was not about age, money, or fantasy. It was about choosing each other even after discovering the ugliest truths. They married quietly at sunset surrounded only by Camila's mother, Mateo, and a few loyal friends. Alejandro no longer owned luxury yachts or mansions by then because legal battles had consumed much of his fortune. But as he held Camila's hand beneath the orange sky, he felt richer than at any moment in his life. Years later people still stared when they walked together. Some judged the age gap. Others whispered she married him for money despite knowing he had lost most of it. But none of those people saw the nights they survived heartbreak together, the therapy sessions, the surgeries, the betrayals, the forgiveness, the way Mateo laughed when Alejandro carried him through the ocean waves. Love had not saved them magically. Love had broken them first. Then it taught them how to rebuild honestly. On Alejandro's 50th birthday, Camila surprised him by taking him back to the tiny Cancun bar where they first met. The owner still remembered them. Music filled the air exactly like that first night years earlier. Alejandro asked Camila whether she ever regretted falling in love with an older man. She smiled slowly before answering that age had never been the real obstacle. Fear was, pride was, judgment was, but love itself had always been simple. Then she kissed him while strangers applauded, unaware they were witnessing two people who had crossed storms, betrayal, sickness, and impossible odds just to arrive at that single peaceful moment together. And as Alejandro held the woman everyone once warned him against, he realized the greatest risk of his life had also become the only thing that ever truly made him feel alive.